Hello, friend. So this month, I'm actually doing a speaking series on unlocking the power of your voice, how we use our voice to show up authentically in our own personal lives and professionally as well. Because your voice is the most powerful tool you have. And if you're a little bit more curious, next Wednesday, August 14th at 11 a.m., I'm actually going to do a free masterclass on this very topic. My goal is to help you speak with confidence. I'll put a link here in the show notes for you to register, but for now, grab those headphones and listen in because this is one of my favorite things to talk about, and I've got some great takeaways for you. Let's step forward. Welcome to Step Forward with Terri Mullen. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been following along for a while, welcome back, and thank you so much for being here. I'm a mom to 4 adults, a wife of 34 years, a midlife entrepreneur, and your confidence coach who transformed my own doubt into confidence to speak, write my book, start a podcast, and launch my own business. Now I empower other amazing women just like you to do the same. So lean in and learn how to crush that fear, amplify your voice, and build confidence to create your own impact and income. I'm here to encourage you and empower you every step of the way. Let's step forward. I believe that every voice has a story. I also believe that every story has the power to change your relationships, to change your community, and to change the world around you, and at least make a difference in someone else's life. So this month, I'm actually doing a speaking series on unlocking the power of your voice, how we use our voice to show up authentically in our own personal lives and professionally as well. Because your voice is the most powerful tool you have. It unlocks doors, it builds relationships, and it creates connections with others. And it makes a difference when we speak up and we share who we are, rather than being shut down, playing small, suppressing who we are and what we have to offer the world, right? It's taken me a long time to figure this out. And so this is really my mission, to help women not only find their voice, but to believe in the power of it and to have the confidence and the courage to step forward and use it for greater impact and income. And as a female entrepreneur, especially a midlife female entrepreneur who has lived a lot of life, you have so much to offer. You have an incredible opportunity to create impact by speaking up, by sharing who you are, and by sharing your truth. And as I've shared, we use our voice in so many ways. We speak and express ourselves in ways that really can make an impact. We speak to lead, we speak to inspire, we speak to connect with others, we speak to help others heal, and that requires a lot of listening and just holding space. We speak to captivate, we speak to teach, and we speak through art. Painting, drawing, and expressing ourselves through dance or music. We speak through writing. So speaking and communicating is a powerful cornerstone of all human interaction, right? And as I've shared before, is something that we really desperately need today. And last week I talked about AI. I know many get just so freaked out about all this AI that's happening. And I think if we can just pause and take a step back and accept it for what it is and use it as a tool to help us get better in what we're doing, but also realize that because of AI, there's an even stronger need for humans to have that interaction. It will never take over. We all need to be in the presence of another person, to be able to talk, to be able to listen, to be able just to sit with one another. So I've learned the value of communication throughout my life. Right? I wrote a book called Step Forward, and a lot of that was my journey of finding myself and finding my voice. As I've shared, even in my own relationship, I thought I had great communication until I realized we didn't. But great and effective communication actually builds relationships. Through our verbal communication, we express our thoughts, we share our emotion, and we connect with other human beings on a deeper level. And I'm a deep level person. I don't really hang out just on the surface level. Like, don't talk to me about the weather. It doesn't really do much for me. I want to go deep right away. I want to know who you are. I want to know why you do the things you do and what got you to the place you are in your life. What experience has made you who you are? Like, that just really lights me up, and I could talk about that for hours. But good communication skills actually allow us to really build and maintain strong personal and professional relationships. And that requires setting boundaries. It requires speaking up, speaking our truth. I've learned the hard way that when we don't do that, not only do we hurt ourselves, but we fracture and hurt the relationship. So whether we're having casual conversation with a friend and sitting with a cup of coffee, or we're making a formal presentation, right? How we articulate our ideas and listen to others really fosters trust and creates understanding and really deepens those connections. Also, speaking enhances our personal and professional success, right? When we're able to speak up and speak confidently, it opens doors to other opportunities. In our work environment, our effective speaking skills help us network, help us lead others, maybe lead teams, lead a business, help us influence others. Like I talked about before, helps us have an impact, helps us captivate others, right? And we do that through public speaking or sitting behind here on a microphone or showing up on a video, right? And we need these skills. Public speaking and speaking is a learned skill. And I've shared before, I think many of us think that we have to be this loud and extroverted personality. We don't. I've shared that introverts actually make amazing speakers because they're deep thinkers, and so they really have an opportunity to gather their thoughts and put their thoughts together and deliver a really powerful message. But on a personal level, when we can articulate ourselves and we can communicate our thoughts and our feelings, it really builds confidence, and it allows us to advocate for ourselves and for our relationship and for others. So speaking also helps us promote critical thinking and learning, right? Like I'm doing here today, speaking behind a microphone. It's sharing knowledge. It's challenging ideas. It's inspiring innovation. And it's really, really important to help us grow and learn from one another. Harvard actually wrote an interesting article called "Don't Underestimate the Power of Your Voice." And I kind of want to focus on this today because I think so many of us really downplay the power of our voice. Maybe the way you were raised, or maybe in school, or you had some other person in your life kind of shut you down. And so you stopped believing in the power of your voice. You stopped believing that what you had to say mattered or had value. But our words matter and our voice matters. Our voice is actually a very powerful tool that awakens the senses, right? It connects us emotionally with other people. It leads us to others, can help us close deals, and it helps us land a successful interview. It helps us really build strong relationships, like I've said so many times now. But we all have our own vocal imprint, and it's who we are. It's how we speak, how we share who we are. It's through the nuances of our tone. It's how we convey our emotion. It's how we express ourselves. So our voice imprint is similar to our fingerprint. And there's no two voices that have the same characteristics. So everyone has their own unique vocal imprint. It's what makes you you. And I love this because I think this is so important today, as I've been sharing, as social media platforms continue to really grow. It's easy to get caught up in that trap of comparison. And yet I believe the greatest impact that you can have is by showing up and being authentic to who you are. Bring your personality, your charisma, your quirks, your goofiness with you. That's what makes you you. When we show up and we don't try to be like everybody else, we are able to really connect with another person on a deeper level. That person says, oh, that's my person. That's my coach. That's my teacher. That's my leader. That's the person I want to lead me in business, right? Because there's something about that person just by being who they are that you resonate with. This is one of the things that I teach in my course. Be authentic. It's the best thing you can do. Be authentically you and embrace all that you are. But as you're speaking, there are some things you can do, and I teach this in my Speak course. Your volume matters, how you use your voice, how you use intonation. That's the rising and falling of the tone of your voice. It's kind of your melody. I say it's kind of like a metronome. Like if anybody out there has ever played music, you know what that is, that kind of that rhythm that you have. I can liken it to a cadence, like when you're running, a pace that you're keeping. So your volume, your intonation, and your rhythm all really matter. And you want to use those things when you're speaking so that others listen. It becomes captivating. It's interesting. And being a good storyteller and telling stories using your voice isn't being the loudest person in the room. It's showing up and being you and understanding how you use voice inflection, how you have a rhythm, how you keep a pace, how you make it exciting, how you slow down, how you pause. All those things matter. We all have our own speaking style, and it's important for you to find yours and understand what yours is. That's all part of the learning process. It's really important that you know that when you are speaking, you are creating an emotional imprint on somebody else, right? As Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. So the words we use, the language we use has power. It represents so much about ourselves, how we see the world, and it's important to be able to articulate that in a way that others will listen. So the key takeaways are: believe in the power of your voice, believe that what you say matters, be mindful of your goals, right? What are you speaking for or speaking to? Are you speaking to inspire? Are you speaking to lead? Are you speaking to guide? Are you speaking to captivate? Are you speaking to connect? Are you speaking to help or help someone heal? So how you speak and the words you use really matter. And the way you speak, by using your tone, your inflection, your cadence, and creating that excitement, telling a good story, all matters. So I will be sharing that on my next Speak course, Unlock the Power of Your Voice. I would love to help you if you are a female entrepreneur and you're just getting started, or you're wondering how to have the confidence to show up and speak on camera or behind a microphone, how you use your voice, how you draw people in so that you can captivate and connect with them. I'd love to help you. We dive into all of that in my 6-week Speak course, Unlock the Power of Your Voice. Until we meet again, know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are valued, and you belong. God bless. Thank you so much for listening in and for being here. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your life, something that will help you step forward, to be audacious, to be bold and brave, and step forward with those goals that you have. And if you need a little help, I'm here to help you. We can devise a plan that can help you move forward and be confident on camera or behind a microphone and grow your business by being authentically you. I'd love it if you could just take a few moments and leave a review. It's how I know that people are listening in and it's helping someone out there. So at the end of this podcast, just click those 5 stars and leave a review. All right, have an amazing day. God bless. Until we meet again.